हेलो दोस्तों, बिगनर्स बैंड में आपका स्वागत है और अभी हम कर रहे हैं 11 की करंट अफेयर्स। आरटीआई डिस्क्लोजर will continue under new data protection rule, Ashwani Vaishnav said. Union Minister Ashwani Vaishnav has said that personal details that are subject to disclosure under various laws will continue to be disclosed under the RTA Act after the implementation of the new data protection rule. Replying to Congress leader Jairam Ramesh on a social media platform, Mr. Vaishnav said, "This amendment will not restrict the disclosure of personal information. Rather, it aims to strengthen the privacy right of the individual and prevent the potential misuse of law." The minister's reply came after Mr. Ramesh urged the government to pause, review, and repeal Section 44(3) of the Data Protection Act, claiming otherwise it will eliminate the proviso in Section 8(1) of the Right of Information Act (RTI 2005), which gives citizens equal right to the information. President Draupadi Murmu conferred honorary doctorate by Slovakia's Constantine the Philosopher University in Nitra, Slovakia conferred an honorary doctorate (Doctor SC) to President Draupadi Murmu in recognition of her distinguished career in public service, social justice, and advocacy for education and women's empowerment. In her address, President Murmu emphasized the transformative power of education, reflecting on her journey from teacher to the highest office. The honorary title is awarded to individuals who have made substantial contributions to education, science, culture, and global understanding. Slovakia's President Peter Pellegrini noted the visit marked a significant step in strengthening bilateral ties. NIA secures successful extradition of 26/11 Mumbai terror attack mastermind Tawavur Rana. The National Investigation Agency (NIA) today successfully secured the extradition of Tawavur Hashim Rana, the mastermind of the deadly 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks, after years of sustained and concerted efforts to bring the key conspirator behind the 2008 mayhem to justice. A special flight carrying the terror attack mastermind landed at Palam Airport in Delhi this evening. Rana was being held in judicial custody in the US pursuant to proceedings initiated under the India-US extradition treaty for his extradition. NIA said the extradition finally came through after Rana exhausted all legal avenues to state the move. The District Court for the Central District of California had ordered his extradition on 16 May 2023. Rana then filed multiple litigations in the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, all of which were rejected. He subsequently filed a petition for a writ of certiorari, two habeas petitions, and an emergency application before the US Supreme Court, which were also denied. The extradition proceedings were initiated between the two countries after India eventually secured a surrender warrant for the wanted terrorist from the US government. Slovakia offers India ample opportunities for growth and collaboration, urged Murmu at Slovak-India Business Forum. President Draupadi Murmu, currently on an official visit to Slovakia, inaugurated the Slovak-India Business Forum in Bratislava today. The event was also attended by Slovak President Peter Pellegrini and Slovak Foreign Minister Juraj Balan. President Murmu highlighted the forum has a key opportunity to build partnerships and turn business prospects into real collaboration. The president also emphasized India's growth as the fastest growing economy, aiming to become the third largest globally and a 5 trillion USD economy in the near future. Highlighting Slovakia's industrial strength and strategic position, President Murmu noted that Slovakia offers India ample opportunities for growth and collaboration. The president said India's skilled workforce will be a valuable asset to Slovakia's economy. Slovak President Pellegrini noted that despite the distance, India and Slovakia's relations are strengthening. He emphasized that combining Slovakia's engineering expertise with India's IT and AI advancement could lead to great success, with the forum turning opportunities into lasting results. Res Mumu witnessed Ramayana puppet show on day 2 of state visit to Slovakia. On the second day of the state visit to Slovakia, President Draupadi Murmu observed the Ramayana puppet show. The purpose of Ramayana puppet show is to bring Indian culture closer to Slovak people while highlighting the Ramayana's profound values. The puppet show was created by Lenka Mukwo, an admirer of India and has been educating children through puppetry for 30 years. President also visited a painting exhibition, "Beauty Hidden in Fairy Tales: India Through the Eyes of Slovak Children". The initiative fosters cross-cultural understanding and strengthens the bond between India and Slovakia. Center enhances material cost by 9.5% under PM Poshan scheme. Centre has enhanced the material cost by 9.5% under the Pradhan Mantri Poshan Shakti Nirman (PM Poshan) scheme. The scheme is a centrally sponsored scheme under which hot cooked meals are served to over 11 crore students studying in Bal Vatika and classes 1 to 8 in government and government-aided schools. The Union Education Ministry has said that the new rates will be applicable across the states and the UT with effect from the first of next month. The central government will bear the additional cost of 954 crore rupees in 2005-2006 due to this enhancement. In addition to the material cost, the central government provides about 26 lakh metric tons of food grains through the Food Corporation of India. The government bears 100% cost of food grains, including subsidy of approximately 9,000 crore rupees per annum and 100% transportation cost of food grains from FCI depot to schools. India's exports surged to record $820 billion in 2004-25 despite global challenges. India's goods and services exports have crossed a record 820 billion US dollars in the financial years 2024-25 despite economic uncertainties in global market. Commerce Ministry said this represents a close to 6% increase over the corresponding figure of $778 billion for the previous financial year. The figures were revealed at a meeting held by Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal with the export promotion councils and industry bodies in New Delhi to discuss the emerging trade scenario. The minister complimented the exporters for the all-time high achievement in exports despite multiple headwinds, including the Red Sea crisis, Israel-Hamas conflict spilling over the Gulf region, continuation of the Russia-Ukraine conflict, and slow growth in some developed economies. The minister lauded the exporters for their resilience and efforts. During the meeting, Mr. Goyal also apprised the exporters regarding ongoing discussions with the US for a mutually beneficial multi-sectoral bilateral trade agreement (BTA). The minister said the team working on BTA is exploring the right mix and the right balance, and he exhorted the exporters not to panic and look at the silver lining in the present scenario. Supreme Court to hear pleas challenging validity on of Waqf Amendment Act on April 16. The Supreme Court will hear petitions challenging the constitutional validity of the Waqf Amendment Act 2025 on the 16th of this month. A bench comprising Chief Justice of India Sanjeev Khanna and Justice Sanjay Kumar and K.V. Vishwanathan will hear the case. The central government yesterday filed a caveat in the apex court in this regard. A caveat application is filed by a litigant to ensure that no adverse order is passed against him or her without being heard. Multiple petitions have been filed in the apex court challenging the constitutional validity of the Waqf Amendment Act 2025. The Waqf Amendment Act 2025 came into effect on Tuesday. The government has issued a notification to this effect following the assent given by President Draupadi Murmu to the legislation. Narendra Man, Narendra Man appointed as a special public prosecutor in 2611 accused to Rana case. Central government has appointed Narendra Man, advocate a special public prosecutor for conducting trial and other matters in 2611 Mumbai terror attack accused Thakur Rana case. In Gazette notification, Union Home Ministry said Narendra Man has been appointed for conducting trials on behalf of the National Investigation Agency before the NIA Special Courts, Delhi and Appellate Courts for 3 years. The development comes as Thakur Rana is likely to arrive in India today. Rana is being brought to India after his final attempt to evade extradition failed, as US Supreme Court rejected his application. India-US Armed Forces conclude harbor phase of exercise Tiger Trump 2025 in a dynamic demonstration of bilateral military cooperation and joint operational readiness. Indian and US Armed Forces concluded a comprehensive training phase in Visakhapatnam as part of exercise Tiger Trump 2025. This tri-service humanitarian assistance and disaster relief (HADR) initiative continues to enhance interoperability, interoperability mutual trust, and cultural synergy between the two strategic allies. The Harbour phase featured rigorous physical conducting, jungle warfare, and small arms training and integrated field craft modules representing the Indian continent where troops from the 8th Gorkha Infantry Battalion Group of the Amphibious Brigade was in division under the Sudarshan Chakra Corps. They trained alongside personnel from the US Army's 1st Battalion, 5th Infantry Regiment Bobcats of the 11th Airborne Division and the US Marine Corps' 1st Light Armed Reconnaissance Battalion. The cultural highlight of the exercise was the Gorkha Fury performance and thrilling Khurki martial dance showcasing the combat tradition and spirit of the Gorkhas. Following the successful harbour phase, the contingent now head to Kakinada for the sea phase, which will focus on ambitious landings, joint maritime drills, and HADR simulations, advancing the border strategic goals of India-US defense collaboration in the Indo-Pacific and Indian Ocean region. The tri-service bilateral exercise, which started on 1st of April, will conclude on the 13th of April. Global Technology Summit 2025 to begin in New Delhi was themed Sambhavana. The ninth edition of Global Technology Summit GTS 2025 will be held in New Delhi from today. The theme for this year's summit is Sambhavana, meaning possibilities, and will explore how emerging technologies can drive inclusive growth, strengthen digital governance, and deepen cross-border partnerships. The 3-day summit will feature over 40 public sessions, including keynote address, ministerial conversations, expert panels, and strategic conversations. More than 150 speakers from over 40 countries will join discussions on the most pressing tech challenges and opportunities facing the world today. This year, the summit will also amplify the voices of the next generation through the GTS Young Ambassadors Program. Students and young professionals from across the country will contribute directly to policy conversations on digital futures, responsible AI, and global tech norms. Return of 2611 accused Tawur Rana is major diplomatic win for Modi government. HM Amit Shah. Union Home Minister Amit Shah has said that the return of Tawur Rana, an accused in the 2008 Mumbai terror attacks, is a great success of the Modi government's diplomacy. He said it is the responsibility of the Indian government to bring back all those who have misbehaved with the people of India. Speaking on a private TV channel, Mr. Shah said it will be great achievement for the country that Tawur Rana will face a trial in an Indian court. Union Home Minister. Union Home Minister also criticized Congress leader Rahul Gandhi, accused accusing him of spreading rumors about the Citizenship Amendment Act. He alleged that Rahul Gandhi and his allies spread the rumor in the country that the citizenship of Muslims will be taken away due to the implementation of CEA. He said not a single Muslim has lost his citizenship since the implementation of the CEA. He had said the country was misled by Congress and the Indie Alliance and violence was instigated of this issue. New Aadhaar law to align with Digital Personal Data Protection Act 2023. IT Minister Ashwani Vaishnaw. Electronics and Information Technology Minister Ashwani Vaishnaw has said the new Aadhaar law will harmonize with the Digital Personal Data Protection Act 2023, keeping user interest at the center. The minister said that there was several gaps in the legal structure when the Aadhaar Act was enacted, but today those gaps have been filled. He stressed bringing a modern version of the Aadhaar Act, which focuses on users at the center of the entire legislation. He said the focus of this government is to bring transformative changes in the lives of poor and middle class people. India-UK reaffirmed commitment to boost ties in financial services, fintech, digital economy. India and the UK have reaffirmed their commitment to continue collaboration in the financial service sectors. Fintech and the digital economy. India and the UK held the 13th Economic and Financial Dialogue in London. The Indian delegation, led by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, held high-level discussions with the UK delegation led by the Chancellor of the Exchequer, Rachel Reeves, on enhancing economic growth. Both sides stressed furthering the bilateral relations between the two nations, including continuing negotiation at a pace towards a mutually beneficial free trade agreement and bilateral investment treaty. Both sides also agreed that a strong and robust UK-India relationship enhances the resilience of both economies, including through trade, supply chain resilience, and collaboration on global challenges. President Mumu holds one-on-one meeting with Slovakian counterpart. President Draupadi Murmu held a one-on-one meeting and delegation level talks with her Slovakian counterpart Peter Pellegrini in Bratislava yesterday. The two leaders discussed various aspects of bilateral relations and issues of shared global and regional interest. On the second day of her state visit to Slovakia, President Murmu will visit Ministry of Foreign Affairs and participate in various events. Akashvani correspondent reports that today the president will visit the Jaguar Land Rover factory in Slovakia at the India Business Forum. President will also participate in the convection ceremony of Constantine, the Philosopher University in Nitra. President will be conferred with honoris causa by the university. Nation observes Mahavir Jayanti with devotion festives. Mahavir Jayanti, the birth anniversary of the 24th and last Jain Tirthankar Lord Mahavir, is being observed across the country today. It is one of the most sacred days for the Jain community. The followers of Lord Mahavir celebrate this festival by chanting prayers, offering prasad, and participating in chariot processions. In Maharashtra, the 2623 2023 third birthday anniversary of Mahavir Swami, called Mahavir Jayanti, is being celebrated today with devotion and enthusiasm. Mahavir Jayanti holds great spiritual and cultural significance for the Jain community as in it commemorates the birth of Lord Mahavir the 24th and last Tirthankara. One of the key highlights of Mahavir Jayanti is Rath Yatra, where Lord Mahavir's idol is placed on a decorated chariot and taken out in a grand procession accompanied by devotional songs by and chanting. और इसी के साथ करंट अफेयर्स हो जाती है समाप्त।